started. Apologies for the heat. Apparently it's out. Something to the air conditioning, but appreciate everybody being here. We'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. 1831.
Daryl Bailey.
Here.
Ronnie Bailey. Tommy Buckner.
Here.
Laura Ruler. Jackie Shaw. Josh Gardner.
Here.
John Henson.
Here.
Jeremy Harris. Dave Hall.
Here.
Mona Humphrey. Sandy Johnson.
Here.
Gloria Lynn Taylor.
Here.
Morgan Pitt. Emily DeVole.
Here.
Ryan Mays. Here. Sergey Mays.
Here.
Little Donald. Jared Palmer.
Here.
Aaron Reese. Julie Smith.
Here.
Tad Smith.
Here.
Donnie Smith.
Here.
Nancy Sproul. Vincent Gagliano. Here. Daniel Kirchhoff.
Review of minutes or approval of minutes. We're going to do just an abridged version this meeting in Illinois. Wouldn't happen, obviously, we're having for reasons of the CON, but we're going to do a quick few committee reports and then do the CON votes and then move on, just so it's the longer we can. Everyone get a chance to review the minutes and the motions for
Second.
all those in favor? All those in favor? Any opposed? All right. Approval of minutes. Committee reports. Second.
Resolution from Ryan Taylor.
Treasurer.
FLREMSC posted and really sent out. That was the courthouse there, right? Classes are posted. It's hot out.
And then,
Unless John, you have another one.
Yeah, so the other thing we wanted to just mention is for those of you that are not there yet, Danielle Kirchhoff, who's a CIC out of the Melrose region, has joined us as the part-time correspondence coordinator. She is in the office usually 2 to 3 days a week, and she's plugging along, starting to do feedback. I know she just sent out an email to the instructors, starting to survey the next round of classes. So we're starting that process.
second committee, we've primarily been working on CONs, by way of the CON committee, but nothing else to report from the executive committee. VMAX was canceled. Program director report.
We've been plugging along, trying to get Danielle up to speed. We're slowly getting the work in the past. We've been trying to move along at the same time. And hopefully we can dish off some of the that stuff in the future. Really capitalize on having somebody in that position. Other than that, business as usual, lots of CPR being done, lots of band programs, especially for the summer camps. And we're also well underway with Conference 26, again, from but I've got probably 98% of the session over. So it's kind of exciting, so more information will be coming out. So that information is worth watching. Nothing right now, other than the exciting classes we have classes scheduled for both Geneva and Canandaigua. And registrations are open, CFR, Lodi, San Big County. See what registration. So far, it's slow, but the Geneva class has got a decent response so far. The other two haven't confirmed.
How many are they?
So, many of you have not seen this yet. They literally just came in this morning. We got an application for REMSCO membership from Jason Johnson, who some of us got to review previously. So he's submitted interest to join. Currently, we have 7 openings with Lions resignation. So any additional people to help share some of the workload and stuff.
I'll be creating a flyer this week as well to put out there about the openings.
So I think he's just,
Right.
this is more of just like awareness?
Also just
Okay.
awareness?
Just awareness.
So,
And he has the CIC.
he was, he's currently a CIC with us, as you guys know. And the nomination committee is down a member, because the line gathering is on the nominating committee, so now there's just 3 people. So,
So the other one that we have. Okay, yes.
yes, yep.
Okay. All right, so we'll move that
So
to.
I will, I'll share that
next.
information with
All right, that concludes committee reports. No unfinished business. We will move on to new business. So I'll pass it over to Jared, who's the chair of the C1 committee. So take it
Yes.
away.
Obviously, tonight we have Wayne County and Yates County, both looking to transition to a permanent operating CON. It's going to kind of go over some brief things of the process. Josh is going to read just a couple excerpts of the attorney's recommendations, and then the committee can move forward from there. Starting with Wayne County, the application was received and deemed complete on 5/15/25. Public hearing was completed on 6/24/25. We received a report back from our attorney on 7/23/25, and a couple of the important findings and facts find on page 5, which these are all available at the office. Josh is going to read just a couple highlights of them, and then we'll move to his recommendation on page 8.
Alright, so the first finding, there was no procedural objections. A couple more of them. It was submitted timely and pursuant to DOH policy 0901. Attempted to declare the permanent operating certificate. The applicant demonstrated that its service meets or exceeds appropriate training, safety, and equipment standards. And the pursuant to the public health law 30087B, there is the strong presumption in favor of approving the application so long as the applicant meets or exceeds the appropriate training, safety, and equipment standards.
Then we'll go to page 8. Just kind of give a little glimpse of his recommendation, and he's working on behalf. Pursuant to New York State Department of Health Policy 0606 and 0901, the question is to be voted on by the Finger Lakes Regional EMS Council is whether to approve the application. Based on the entire record, the applicant has demonstrated the public need exists, and such need is not readily correctable through reallocation or improvement of existing resources. According to the applicant, the strong presumption in favor of granting this application is required by law. It is the recommendation of the hearing officer that the application be made that Wayne County Emergency Medical Services convert its municipal declaration into a permanent operating certificate by approval in its entirety. Based on the recommendation of that, the process that's been followed, the recommendation of the CUN committee is to move forward converting that to the permanent CON. We need a second motion from a fellow committee member before we go to the
Comes to the floor as a second motion.
Yeah, I think we need from the
I'll
committee.
second.
Now we move to roll call vote.
We need discussion. So discussion being limited to nothing new outside what was presented before the hearing. If there's any questions, potentially answer those tonight.
Conversations, questions, concerns, support.
So then we can move forward with the roll. Does any of the council members have a conflict of interest with the main county?
I work for them, I'm gonna abstain.
Karen, what else?
Yeah. Oh. I'll say. Okay.
Oh,
Got it.
Gerald Bailey?
Yes or no?
yes.
Sorry, there's. Yeah, we're making sure.
Abstain. Laura Brewer? Jackie LaShaw? Josh Gardner?
Yes.
Don Hanson?
Yes.
Jeremy Harris?
Yes.
Dave Hubble?
Yes.
Neil Dunn?
Yes.
Sandy Johnson?
Yes.
Lori Scales Steen? Morgan Pitt? Emily DeVore? Ryan Mays? Sergi Mays?
Yes.
Garrett Palmer?
Yes.
Aaron Reese?
Yes.
Julie Smith?
Yes.
Tab Smith?
Yes.
Alan Smith? Nancy Sproul? Yes. Vincent McGarry?
All right. And pass. We will send written notice to the Department of Health and the organization within 7 days, but also your presence. So, with your
Thank
verbal
you.
notice, we will send you a written notice as well as. Thank you for your.
Thank you for your support.
Yes, thank you for working through the process with us. It's been fun. All right, so we will move on to the exam.
Correct, kind of the same process. We're looking to transition from the municipal to the permanent operating certificate. The application was received and deemed complete on 5/13/25. Public hearing was completed on 6/23/25. The report from our attorney was received on 7/23/25. Josh is going to touch on page 3 of the packet as well, with officer reports, findings, and facts.
So same kind of findings and facts, no procedural objections, it was received in a timely fashion, we've already established public need. There was substantial evidence in support, and there was no opposition to the application. And also remember that pursuant to the public health law, strong presumption still in place within this municipal CON.
Referring to page 4 of the hearing officer's reports and recommendation, pursuant to New York State Department of Health Policy Statement 0606 and 0901, the question to be voted on by the Finger Lakes Regional EMS Council is whether to approve the application. Based on the entire record, the applicant has demonstrated that public need exists and that such need is not readily correctable through reallocation or improvement of existing resources. According to the applicant, the strong presumption in favor of granting the application as required by law. It was recommended the hearing officer, the application be made for Yates County Emergency Medical Service converted to municipal declaration into a permanent operating certificate, be approved in its entirety. Based on the recommendation of the CON committee, we will agree with the attorney. We're looking for a second.
Just a second.
Any conflict of interest in this one? Anyone else? Any discussion, any questions before we move to vote? Alright.
Darrell Bailey,
Yes.
Kevin Becker,
No.
Laura Brewer,
Yes.
Jackie DeShawn, Josh Garber,
Yes.
John Gibson,
Yeah.
Gary Gutierrez, abstained. Dave Hummel,
Yes.
Leon Dunphy, Celia Johnson,
Yes.
Gloria Lance Taylor,
Yes.
Morgan Pitt,
Yes.
Emily DeBowen, Brian Mays,
Yes.
Sergey May, Will Allen was absent. Peter Palmer,
Yes.
Aaron Reese, Julie Smith, Chad Smith,
Yes.
John Spink, Nancy Sproul, yes. Vincent Mangello,
Yes.
Passed. We'll also notify appreciate everybody's patience and expeditious move through that. All right. I think the last thing on the agenda is evaluation process. Unless anyone else has anything. All right. Let's see. Agency name, Bensonhurst Volunteer Ambulance Service, violation of 10 NYCR 821J, Code Outlaw 3012-1B, ambulance service certificate revoked effective July 16, 2025, and dated November 8th. Next, we have Evan Torres, violation of 10 NYCR 800.16, certification suspended for 3 years effective 6/17/25, suspension of state pending no further additional abuse violations in the 3-year probationary period. And he resides in Next, we have Steven Tanner, violation of 10 NYCR 800.16, 813, surrendered effective 6/20/25 from Warwick, New York. Last, we have violation violation of 10 NYCR 800.16, assessed a civil penalty of $2,000 from Queens, and certification suspended 3 years effective 6/17/25, suspension state pending no further patient abuse violations and 3-year probation. That's all we have. Anyone like to motion?
Hold on.
Oh, sorry, Commissioner Johnson.
Important reminder for everybody, September is your annual meeting, which is 2 meetings, so if you miss 2, that's 2 absences. If you miss that meeting, it's 2 absences, right off the bat. September 22nd at 6:30.
I think that's nice.
It's not like-
If it's now, we're gonna have a meeting.
So just a reminder, it's quick to fall into jeopardy with your attendance and miss that meeting. So there'll be more.
So before we adjourn, just so we have the actual numbers read out on recording, we're at Wayne County CON, 19 yes, 2 abstentions. And for Yates County CON, 18 yes, 2 no, and 1 abstention.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.